Whenever it say go live.
All right, we're live. Greetings, everyone. Come on in, chime in, please. I want to give you a moment to share because we have some great information. We have an awesome guest. We have a lot of great information to share today, so please share with your friends and your family. So greetings, champion parents, and welcome back to Mommie Talk. We want to take a moment and again, give you time to share. Please engage with us this evening. Chime in on the chat. As always, we are here to share information and resources to inspire positive parental engagement. Get ready. We're real, relatable, and right on time. Mommie Talk. Dr. Perk. Miss April, and myself, Miss Lisa. And we also have Miss Remi Montgomery.
Fabulous.
Yes, we're excited to have Mrs. Remi Montgomery. She is the owner of First Rate HBCU Tours. Let me say that again, First Rate HBCU Tours. And she's also the director of services and mutual aid Detroit Action. So welcome again, Mrs. Remi Montgomery.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, we definitely thank you for coming on. We definitely appreciate you. My son, I actually met Remi through my sons. My sons did an HBCU tour because, I was so adamant about South Caleb going to an HBCU. Of course, I pushed them toward Norfolk State because, I wanted them to be great. I pushed them towards Norfolk State. Did y'all go to Norfolk State on your tour?
Yeah, not that one, but the one after we went. And
okay.
I think three students ended up going. They fell in love with it.
Nothing.
So behold.
So listen, we all are HBCU graduates. Lisa graduated from Central State and Christina graduated from Alabama State. I keep saying I want to say Jackson State, but Alabama State. So we all are HBCU graduates. We all appreciate the HBCU experience. And of course, we appreciate you for providing the services so our students can get exposed to an HBCU because a lot of our students don't know about HBCUs.
Right. Well, thank you.
Thank you so much. I just wanted to add, I'm sorry if I can just add really quickly. So we're going to open up with this information. We're going to close with this information. Please, this is a very important election time. Please make sure you vote and encourage your family and friends to vote. And please, you guys chime in on the chat if you have questions to ask. If you want to give some candidates, some shout outs. Attention, Detroit school board members, whomever, come on in on the chat.
Yeah.
What? I'm surprised that she didn't say share. You said share about 10 times in the beginning.
I did. I didn't say it again. Share. Please share. and don't forget to share.
Yes. So let's get back to our guest. So tell me, who is Miss Remi Montgomery? Who are you?
Oh my goodness. These days it's kind of hard trying to keep track of all the things that I am. But most importantly, I am a woman. I used to say mom first, but I've switched that over a little bit. So I'm definitely a Black woman. I'm a mom. I'm a wife, student of life. And really just in a position right now where I'm really trying to honor to my gifts and walk in my purpose. So if I could sum it up, I would probably just stop right there.
Cool, that's awesome. We all definitely can relate to walking in your gift and your purpose. And I know that you homeschool, even before the pandemic, you were homeschooling your baby, right?
Yes, yeah. That's correct. I mean, I feel like God kind of helped me out a little bit in that area because I started a year before people were kind of like pushed into this whole virtual learning situation. My oldest biological daughter, Morgan, she's on the autism spectrum. And so we have been kind of going on for years and years and years, just trying to continue to keep her in settings and in environments that just weren't really working best for her. And so, the year before last, I made the decision to pull her out and I began homeschooling her. And it has been a wonderful experience for her. And it has actually prepared me to better equip or assist my other children now who were still in traditional schooling, now that we have to like operate in this virtual setup at home.
Okay, so that's good. So you already got the tools and already familiar with the different platforms and the different formats. So
yeah,
now that we're thrust into this new virtual learning, you're already ahead of the game.
Kind of, sort of, still struggling a bit, but
Yeah.
but I would say yeah.
Yeah, because I know I reached out to you when my neighbors wanted to homeschool her son, and I reached out to you about homeschooling. Because I was like, oh, I know you always post about homeschooling.
Yep.
So yeah, you definitely are a resource for that, because a lot of parents are don't know the first step of even beginning homeschooling their children. So
yeah,
put the information out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and there are so many different ways, like too, because everybody kind of groups homeschooling together. If you're schooling at home, they call that homeschooling, but there's, homeschooling where you can kind of like develop your own curriculum. There's virtual schooling, and those are like two different things, which is something that I learned along the way as well. So we all just doing the best that we can around here.
Yeah, we are. We definitely doing the best. Yes. So considering, us doing the best we can, the voting is coming up. We are going to vote on November 3rd, I believe. So do you have any views on voting that you would like to share?
Vote. So I've gotten better with getting involved in Facebook debates. I preserve my peace. So I just do a lot of observing. I don't really get into it anymore. But voting is definitely, it's essential, it's important. And I know like a lot of people feel like, it doesn't mean anything. People feel like they're choosing lesser of two evils right now. I'm choosing humanity at this point. And also more than this presidential election, it's more so about the local elections. And so I want people to really understand the importance of voting, and also going to, different websites, and I can actually attach those if you guys are able to share it later. Different websites where it breaks down what's on the ballot, how to fill out the ballot. Because I know the first time I voted, when it got beyond the presidential, I didn't know those other people. I didn't know like what to vote for. I didn't know anything. So there are actually sites that will help you go through, know what each candidate stands for, so that you can make an informed decision when you are casting your ballot on November the 3rd.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. I did share the video to your page, so you can go in and post the links, because I think that's helpful for first-time voters or even for veteran voters such as myself, so I could just be more knowledgeable. And it's good to have it in one place where I can read. Become familiar. Yeah.
Absolutely. So I definitely have that.
It's important, and I'm glad you brought that up, because I think part of the reason, like when we get in, like even what we're going through now, is because people only take the presidential election seriously. Yes. They don't vote during the off season, for lack of a better term, election. So thank you so much for pointing that out.
Yes, and if I could just add one more thing too. So like a part of the work that we do with Detroit Action, we want to increase and encourage civic engagement, and understanding that the elections is just the first part to that. Like after we elect these people into office, it's also our job to hold them accountable to the things that they said while they were running. So it's like a cyclical process. It shouldn't really end at the ballot box. It's something that should continue beyond, once the next person is elected.
Amen. Absolutely. Yeah, I agree 100%. And please share.
Yes.
Remi, you have a shout out. Calvin Nellum says, shout out to Remi. Thanks for your service.
Hi, Calvin.
I met Calvin
at
right?
April's house. I think it was for Caleb's prom send off.
Yeah, because he's from the NSU. We remember you from when we were at CAS. Actually, because that's how I found your information. You remember we went to the CAS, HBCU, college fair.
Yep.
So he was with me at Norfolk State. Yep, and that's how I got your information. I signed my sons up for. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know Calvin was with you at that event.
Yeah, we was Calvin, me and Calvin, and some other NSU people there. But yep. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah. So, what is your motivation besides your children? We understand that you have how many children?
32. No.
Parents.
Oh my goodness. It's 6 in total. Have a blended family, 3 biological and 3 bonus. So total of 6. But other than my children, what I'm motivated by, I pondered on this. I tried to figure out like what exactly I wanted to say. I'm really just motivated by being, as cliche as it sounds, better than I was. I'm motivated by beating the odds and really like being the exact opposite of what I was supposed to be, based on the life that I, had, my upbringing, different challenges I've had. I'm motivated by really just kind of rewriting my book and being something different than what a lot of people thought that I was destined to be.
That's very important because we always got to continue to evolve, and we're always trying to get better and learn new methods and just become better as a person. Sometimes we develop habits that are not so good, so we just always got to commit to just becoming better in whatever it is that we feel, whatever area we feel like it is, that we need to become better. Just evolution, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I mean, the person that I'm striving to be today, it probably will be different in a year from now. Like when I'm learning, I'm really trying to get better with taking the limits off and just really just being open, because I didn't imagine that I would even be where I am right now. So just continuing to be open and walking in my purpose, walking in my gift, and number one, doing right by people and just moving ahead that way.
Yeah. What you do?
Like that.
I be trying. People be trying me, but
they do, don't they? Jesus. What like Michelle Obama said, when they go low, we just gotta go high.
I'm trying to get there because I also saw some memes that say when they go low, we take it to the flow, and so I'm learning, I'm evolving, as you say.
Yeah. You always gotta evolve and commit to change. Yes. So as a champion parent is somebody who's continually evolving, becoming better, learning new methods, and just committed to becoming a better parent than they were yesterday. Mm-hmm. So how does your children fit into your life choices and your endeavors?
They are center to my life choices. I understand that it's not all about me. My children deserve to have a happy mom. So I know that I have to have a spot in that. But the decisions that I make are ultimately to give them the life that I feel that they deserve, and to make sure that they have the things, of course, that they need first, also with some wants, making sure that when they reflect on their childhood and the memories and the times that they have with me, they're more enjoyable than not, and that they've learned something and that they can pass it on to their children. And most importantly, just hoping that I'm not passing on any traumas to them that they're going to have to recover from once they get older.
I like that. Your children deserve to have a happy mom. And I just really appreciate that, because it definitely put a different perspective on life and the way we look at things, because we all, I think at times, feel overwhelmed. Mm-hmm. And we all kind of feel I guess like a woe is me kind of a thing. Cause I know I go through, things. So I love that.
I appreciate that. It's definitely something that's taken a while. I know as moms, we can get in our own head. We carry the weight of the world on our shoulders, and our kids feel that. too. And so sometimes, like for me, I'm just starting to do more for myself. That's not something that's always come easy to me. And so I'm starting to do more things for myself. But what I find is that when I do that, I feel rejuvenated and I can be a more happy mom when I know that I've taken the time for myself. So those things are important. It's important to have balance in being a mom.
Yeah, it's definitely important to have balance and spend time to yourself by yourself.
Yes.
Your motherhood duties.
Yeah.
I'm getting there. Well, I'm there now. I'm there. I think I'm there now. But my children were younger. Yeah, I was working. Raising them in school. But I was inundated. With being a mom, and I rarely had time for myself. So now it's just like, oh. This is what April likes to do.
Yeah, I took a girls trip for the first time. I never thought I would do something like that. We took a cruise right before Rona hit, and it was the best thing ever. My husband all right, now don't get too frisky. I'm like, oh, I'm frisky.
Yeah, I remember you were saying you was gonna plan another one. Yeah.
Yep. And so we all had a ball, and kind of trying to figure out what's getting ready to go on with everything with the virus now. But it's definitely, we have to do another one. It was just a necessary moment for a lot of the ladies that went. Some of them had never been out of the state of Michigan, out of the country, and it was just a wonderful experience that we shared together.
Definitely. Yeah, it's always good to travel or just have a group or a village of like-minded women, and it's always good when you go and do your travel experience.
Yes, it was fun.
Let me give a quick shout out to our viewers. Hey, Miss Dorothy, we love you so much. Thank you. And I call her Miss Duchess, but Halima Remitz, I call you Duchess. But hey, Halima. Fashion Nikki, hey, thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, cousin Russell. And hello to all of our champion parents and champion viewers. So please, again, chime in on the chat and do what? Share.
Yeah, my mom was saying she was getting kicked off. So it's probably some technological issues going on, just like we had our issues with Facebook, but we're still going to move forward. Yeah, my mom is Dorothy Moore, and she just comes in, and she's our champion viewer.
We love it.
Yeah. So, what is a typical day like for you, and how do you parent? How do you balance being caring for your children and your workload?
So boundaries don't seem like they exist these days because I'm used to leaving the house and going to work. And then when we are here together, it's our family time, and that's just not happening. So in the morning, my husband usually wakes up earlier than I am. I will sleep until the very last minute, but he's usually up. So I'll get up, definitely brush my teeth, get with the baby, make sure he's eating.
Baby,
he's one.
Baby again, one.
Yep, he's one. He's 16 months. And so get with him, make sure he's eating, make sure my girls are set up for school, and get me some coffee going, make sure the girls have eaten breakfast, need the coffee. And then once that's done, it's kind of when I start diving into my work. Now, luckily, my 6-year-old, my first grader, she's trying to keep up with the teens. So she knows how to use the computer and everything. So once she's set up, she's good. But a lot of times I'm toggling back and forth between work meetings, helping out with assignments, making sure assignments are being turned in, trying to keep the 1-year-old quiet in the background if he's screeching in the middle of a meeting. And so every day is different, but we're making it. And, I do have support. My husband works from home as well. So a lot of times we'll kind of discuss at the beginning of the week, okay, which meetings do you have this week? So we can figure out who's going to be available for Jeremiah, the 1-year-old, in case he needs something. And yeah, a lot of it we've been winging. Just to be quite honest. So some areas we've gotten more organized, we have a chore schedule for the kids. We have a bi-weekly dinner menu so that I don't have to think and figure out what we're going to eat. All I got to do is go right to the refrigerator and say, oh, today is taco day. Today is, pasta day. And it has really helped tremendously. So
Yeah, schedule and a plan is effective. Even though sometimes
Yes.
we deviate from it, but it's good to have one in place.
Yes. I mean,
have a protocol.
that dinner menu has helped so much because, you know, the first thing you see the memes on social media, you know, like the woman don't ever know what she want to eat. And that's true. I know what I don't want to eat, but I never know, you know, what I'm going to eat, what I'm going to cook. And so having that menu set out is just one less thing to have to worry about. So it's definitely been helpful.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. So let's talk about your first rate tours. Can you share with our viewers? I know what it is. And
Yeah.
I know what joy it brought to my children, but can you tell us a little bit about first rate tours and then also your employer who is Detroit Action, right?
Yes. Okay. Yep. So first rate tours, it encompasses the things that are like most important to me. So Black people, Black history, travel, and education. So all of those things are extremely important. First rate is pretty much like a culmination of all of the things that I think are important and I think that our kids in the community need. I started first rate HBCU tours back in 2014. We had our actual first tour in 2016. And my goal for it, there are definitely other HBCU tours around. My goal for it was really to build relationships with the community. So with most of my parents, you'll hear that even after the tour, I'm still at prom send-offs. I'm at college open houses. I'm writing letters of recommendation. I'm just very involved because I want to be for kids what I needed somebody to be for me when I was coming up, and just making sure that they know that they have that support, even if it's not within their own family, they have it somewhere. So with the HBCUs, I actually did not go to one. I wanted to go, but I did not have the means or the help to get there. And so me being who I am, I really couldn't see myself promoting education without promoting HBCUs. Like those are the only schools that I'm looking to uplift and looking to promote. And that's where HBCU Tours comes from.
Cool. You know, we love HBCU.
No, I know. I mean, I do too.
Definitely helped me, you know, in my career and just as my journey as a African-American woman, my foundation at a HBCU school.
Yes. Absolutely. So I'm really looking forward. I had to put it on hold 2 years, not this past spring, but the spring before, because I was finishing up my grad degree and I didn't want to, I just didn't want to shortchange my students and the experience. I didn't want to feel stretched and that I was just, you know, giving somebody the scraps or the bare minimum. I wanted to put my all into it like I always do. And so I didn't do one the year before, but once everything settles, I'm definitely looking to go ahead and get those restarted.
Yeah, so congratulations. You graduated from University of Michigan, right?
Yep, I did.
Yeah, you received your master's of social work.
I did. Okay. Yes.
I remember our participation.
Yep, I did. So that was a couple of months back that I got that.
Yeah, congratulations. That's definitely a major accomplishment. Yeah, definitely.
I just want to add to the HBCU just the purpose of or how awesome, you know, the work is that you do, because I think going to Central State University, I think it saved my life. I can remember wanting to quit school to do hair and nails because I was a hustle woman at Central State. I did hair and nails. And I just remember my mom calmly saying, no, you know, you're not going to do that. And she had actually been communicating with my advisor, with my grown self. She had actually been communicating with my advisor, and he, you know, kind of partnered with her to make sure that I finished, because I didn't finish on time, you know, but they, you know, they supported me. Yeah. And it made me stay, you know, I felt comfortable and confident enough to stay, you know. So yes, again, I'm gonna say thank you 1,000 times.
I do appreciate that. I will say that it was a little, I don't know if intimidating is the word, but it was a little weird coming into the HBCU space, considering that I am not an HBCU graduate. I'm an HBCU enthusiast. I love what HBCU stand for, and probably know more about them than most people. And so I appreciate that coming from an actual HBCU graduate, because the goal for me was never to act as an HBCU expert here that are that at their college of business
that it it doesn't exist anymore.
I didn't know until I saw a list.
They can't even do anything with the work that they did.
Bachelor's degree or
no, it was an associate's degree, and then after that I think it closed.
Yeah.
So Detroit Action is within the Black and Brown community in the city of Detroit. Director. So I oversee, is basically a community banding together to say, hey, the ID and birth records, a lot of people in our community don't have access going on right now. They're hard to get. And you can't move. You can also unemployment navigation, because that has been insurance. And then also finally street out people having to pay actual money to a certain area of their lives, and they can accumulate it with the 36th District Court.
Yeah, it's good that we have different community. We were with her birth license, and they're going to have her birth certificate because it expired and get.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And you were born in the city of Detroit prior to 9 of Detroit. You have to order it in Lansing. It really targets Black and Brown people envisioning the world that should be, and we're just kind of working to see how we best can do that. Yes.
Yeah.
In this area is the highest.
I try to be political views community, but it also harms those who support issues that we've had with literacy and found in wherever you say, but they think that it only affects us, but it does affect other people as well. So, some of the things people support or not support, we are at a greater risk.
You're a champion parent. What can we look next from you? What's next?
Going to law school a little.
Hello.
All right.